Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Jess. I do follow Weight Watchers, plus I also track my calories and my protein and try to stay in a calorie deficit, and I also try to get in quite a bit of protein throughout the day. In my recipes, you'll always see the WW points, plus you'll see calories and protein. I hope you will take some time to subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you are notified when I upload videos. Also, I am on Instagram, so I'll put my Instagram handle right here so you can follow me over there. First up, we are going to make some Kodiak muffins. These are high-ish protein. They have about 8 grams of protein in them. For this recipe, you are going to need some sort of Kodiak mix. I'm using this blueberry lemon muffin mix. You'll need some sweetener, some bananas, some eggs, baking powder, and also some sort of extract. I'm using cake batter extract. I got this recipe from Wendy over on Instagram. I will have her Instagram handle down below so you can check her out. I've been following her for years. The first thing we're going to do is going to put everything into a blender cup except for the Kodiak mix. So we're going to put our 3 bananas in here, our eggs, and our extract will all go into this little cup. Also the sweetener as well, and I just blend it all up. Now you can also use self-rising flour for this recipe if you don't want to have the higher protein. I like to use the Kodiak cakes because it does add that little bit of extra protein, but you are welcome to just use a cup of self-rising flour, and then in that case you don't need to use the baking powder. But like I said, I like to get a little bit extra protein in. So, and I always, if you guys know me, been around for a while, you know I always have some sort of box of Kodiak cakes in my cabinet. And right now I am trying to find anything to use them up. I have a pumpkin, I have a cinnamon, I have the buttermilk, and I have those blueberry lemon ones. So these are also really good with the dark chocolate. If you've ever had the dark chocolate Kodiak cakes, I do recommend that as well. So once you get everything in your blender cup, then you are just going to mix that up. Now, the reason why I like to do it this way first is, one, the recipe says to do it that way, but also it just helps to get it all combined really well before you add in that flour. Now I'm using, like I said, the cake batter extract, but you can use any kind of extract you want. I actually almost used the banana for this, but I thought with the bananas that may be too strong, but I have used coconut extract in this recipe and it was really good with that as well. So once you get everything all mixed up, you're going to pour it into this bowl. Now mine is super orange because of the cake batter extract. If you've never used cake batter extract before, it is super orange. So that's why my batter is this color. So keep that in mind that your extract may change if your extract has a different kind of color to it. And I'm going to use a cup, like I said, of this Kodiak cakes and just going to mix it all together. I can't remember if at this point I've already put the baking powder in there or not. But again, if you just use regular flour or self-rising flour. If you use self-rising flour, then don't use the baking powder. So we're just going to give that a good mix, and then we're going to go ahead and put that into our muffin tins. Now, I put this into my tracker as 6 servings, so that way it was 2 muffins per serving, and depending on how much you put into each muffin cup will depend on how many muffins you get. Now, I got 12 because I use a 1/4 cup is what I use to put all mine in there. So this is a silicone muffin tin that I got. I guess it's not really a tin. A silicone muffin maker, whatever you call it, off of Amazon. I really like this one. I do still kind of spray it with some cooking spray because I've noticed as I've used it over the years, it just seems to stick just a tiny bit with certain things. So I do spray it with a little bit of coconut oil cooking spray, which is my preferred cooking spray. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all these in here, and then meanwhile I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees. So once I get all of these in here, which again, like I said, mine came to 12, but I have made this before where I've only gotten like 10 out of it. So I don't know. Sometimes it's just different. Not sure why, but I got 12 out of this. So I went ahead and put it in the tracker as 6 servings, and that way I would have 2 muffins. So the points and calories and all of that you're going to see here at the end is for 2 muffins. So now this is going to go into a 350 degree oven for about 18 minutes. Now make sure you check them because everybody's oven's a little bit different. Mine came out perfect after exactly 18 minutes, and you'll see here what they look like. I just took a toothpick, put it in there, came out clean, and it's done. And then I just store mine in a Ziploc bag in the refrigerator. Now these come at 3 points for 2 of them, 154 calories and 8 grams of protein. And again, that's for 2 muffins. I usually pair this with like a yogurt or some sort of protein shake. And that'll be like a breakfast or a snack. Next up, one thing that I try to do every single week is some sort of vegetable and fruit that I try to clean up and have these ready in my refrigerator. That way I have no excuse not to have some sort of healthy snack on hand. I do prefer whole carrots. I like to cut them down into sticks and also into slices for salads. So I'm not going to bore you with me cutting them all up. So here we go, movie magic. We have them all cut up. So I have my grapes, and I'm going to be making some protein boxes here in just a second, just for like to have for snacks. So I have some hard-boiled eggs that I made up. We have our carrot sticks, our cucumbers, our lettuce. Then we have some cilantro, some sliced up carrots to use in salads, some sliced up cucumbers to use in salads, my green onions, and then some grapes that are going to our snack boxes. So I like to just have this all ready to go. I'll put this in my vegetable crisper in the refrigerator. No excuse not to have healthy vegetables, have some salads, some eggs, everything ready to go. Now for my snack boxes, I'm going to use this spicy hummus from Walmart. Love this hummus. To have my little cups here that holds exactly 2 tablespoons, which is a serving. And we're just have our little square containers here. I'm just going to put in the hummus. We're going to add in some carrot sticks. I'm going to make 4 of these since I am doing this meal prep on Monday because I did not have to work today. I only have to make 4 versus 5. Now, also, if you're new to my channel, I do work outside of the home. And so I do work outside my home 3 days a week. Then 2 days a week, I work at home. But I do have a full-time 40-hour-a-week job. So I do have to have things ready to go that I can grab and go. And a lot of times I am grabbing and going. So I need to be able to take these with me to work, to the office. So that's why I like to have something portable. So as you can see here, we have some eggs, some cucumbers. I have a 3-point reduced fat sharp cheddar cheese stick that I'm going to have as well. So again, we just have these protein boxes. They're just easy to grab and go. This can be for a snack. I also, one of my lunches this week is just going to be a turkey pesto sandwich. So this would be a great thing to go on the side of that sandwich because that sandwich would not be enough to hold me over for my lunch for an entire day. And so I like to have these type of snack boxes on hand when I know I'm going to have a little bit lower calorie lunch, and this will help hold me over. These boxes have 20 grams of protein, so you'll see how everything kind of adds up. We have the 2 eggs, which each egg is about 7 grams of protein. We have our hummus and then also the cheese stick. So together, like I said, we have 20 grams of protein in these boxes. So that's another way I try to get my protein in. I do try to hit around 120 to 130 grams of protein per day. So I do like to show how I do that. So make sure you stay tuned for my what I eat in a day videos because I do show how I get that much protein in a day because I know a lot of people struggle with getting that in. But you'll see here are the boxes. Now, they do tend to add up in calories, as you're going to see, because you do have a lot of stuff here. Again, like I said, we had 20 grams of protein. We have 5 points because the cheese stick is 3 points, the hummus is 2 points, and 332 calories. So these definitely fit into my day. I can work it around all of my calories and everything, but then again, this is how I get my protein in and how I get my calories in. It's really important that you hit those goals every single day, but we also have a lot of 0-point foods in here as well. The last thing is going to be one of my lunches for the week, which is going to be a Chipotle chicken bowl. I like to take shortcuts because, like I said, I work 40 plus hours outside of the home. So we have the rotisserie chicken from John Sewell's. This stuff is amazing. We have the riced vegetables. This cauliflower risotto is one of my favorite. We have that shredded lettuce, some chipotle peppers, and adobo sauce, and then we have pinto beans. First thing I'm going to do is going to take a couple of these peppers. Now, what I do, you may ask, like, what are you going to do with this whole can? I just put them in a little cup and I put them into the freezer and I just use them later on. Like, I love to just throw these into just different things that I make into soups. But I use adobo peppers quite a bit, but they do last in the freezer. So I just throw those a little extra in the freezer, thaw them out later on, and use them for other recipes. There's like a chicken tortilla soup that I make that I love to just throw these peppers in. It just adds like a little bit of flavor. So I'm just going to chop these up, and I do like to use my plastic cutting board for this because this stuff can stain. So I don't like to use my wooden cutting boards for these peppers. So I'm just going to cut them up, and I added a little bit of that sauce also from the adobo sauce in there. Now I'm also adding in some garlic powder and onion powder. We're going to add the chicken into this is what we're going to do. Now, even though this chicken is already cooked, I'm going to go ahead and still throw it into my air fryer just because I like to add a little bit of crispiness to it. But this is really good chicken. So I do like to purchase this. Again, if you guys are new, my husband is allergic to chicken. So I am the only one in my home. It's just me and my husband now. We are, what do you call those? Empty nesters now, because all of our kids now have moved out of the home. So he can't eat chicken, so I do have to kind of try to find ways to, where I'm not having any food waste. And I do find that having these types of pre-cooked or frozen meals just really help me out a lot. Now I realize I need a little bit more sauce, so I add a little bit more of that adobo sauce in here. And I am just going to coat that in there. Then I'm going to go ahead and put this into the air fryer. And I usually tend to do everything on 400. It's just how I am. For about 5 minutes. That's all I need, just something to crisp it up a little bit. Meanwhile, I am going to weigh out the cauliflower rice. Even though it's really low calorie and low points, I just want to accurately get the calories on this meal. I'm really trying to, for this new year, to really try to weigh and measure everything. So doing my best, y'all. That's what I'm trying to do. So we're going to weigh out. And even though this package is actually, I think it says 3 servings on the package, I'm just splitting it up in 2. Because again, low calorie, 0 points, no reason, get those extra veggies in there. So I am weighing it out and just cutting it in half. So I just have, again, I'm putting these in easy bowls that I can transport with me to grab and go. Because typically, like I said, at lunchtime, I need to just grab these and take them back to my office to eat my lunch. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'd like to put them in these containers that are easy to transport. I get most of my containers at Walmart or Costco, depending on what I'm using. So once we get our cauliflower rice all weighed out, we're also going to weigh out our beans. Again, it's just up to you. The beans are 0 points, but they are kind of higher protein. So I do a little bit more than the serving size. So I did 80 grams of the pinto beans. Again, these are 0 points, but I do like to do a little bit more than a serving. That way I can get that extra protein in there. And these just, like I said, just add extra protein. Beans are really good for you. They're good for the fiber. They're good in general for your body. So for me, I like to add those in there. Adding in some cilantro because y'all know I love me some cilantro. So I'm adding in quite a bit on top. It's also pretty for the color, but it adds a lot of flavor. And then once our chicken is done, we're going to go ahead and put our chicken in there. Now, I did weigh out my chicken. This lettuce. So I will add the lettuce on top after I heat it back up to eat it because I don't like to have warm lettuce. So I will add some lettuce in there. I may also add some cheese in there. I kind of thought about that later on, about adding cheese in. So I may add some cheese in later on. But I did weigh out the chicken. And so I'm going to go weigh it out again just to make sure I am getting 3 ounces of the chicken in each of the bowls. Doesn't this look good, you guys? This is so good. So like I said, weighing it all out and getting it in there. And I do think, now that I'm looking at them, I do think I need to add a little bit of cheese to them. So I probably will add the cheese on when I have them. It'll remind me to do that. So here's our bowls. And I'll go ahead and have, of course, the points and calories. Now, the only points on this is going to be the chicken. So it is 2 points for that chicken. And this bowl is only 258 calories and 28 grams of protein. So again, high protein, low calorie, low points. That is the theme for this week's meals. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch my videos. I appreciate you all so much. I will have these recipes linked down below. I will have Wendy's handle from Instagram linked down below. The Chipotle chicken bowl recipe, in case you don't want to use the shortcuts that I did, that will be linked down below. And please come back next week and I'll show you guys what I eat in a day and you can see how all these meals come together. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.